Ah, the notorious copier, hated by the masses. You walked up to the machine, placed the paper inside, and... oh, not again. I really can't stand this thing. Look, here comes Tom. Let's see if he can make this thing work.
Hi, Mike. Just making some copies.
How did he do that? Why does it always work for him and not me? In this section, I'll go over how to make copies, remove paper jams, and print out documents, just like Tom. First, let's start by going over parts that make up the copier. At the very top is the paper feeder. Stacks of paper that need copying go onto the tray either face up or face down. Look for the icon that tells you which way to place the paper. It is usually located on the tray itself. In this example, the paper is face up, so slide the paper into the feeder until it hits the rollers. You don't have to press very hard. Next, we move on to the keypad. This is where we control the copier. You will want to use the numbers button to key in how many copies you want to make. By default, one copy will be made. Last, press the Go button and your paper will be sucked into the feeder. And then back out just below the feeder tray where you placed it to start. And if all is well, your copy will pop out of the finisher in the back. The finisher is where the finished product comes out. Your copies can be stacked, sorted, or even stapled. Now that should work for most of the time, but here is what to do where things start to go wrong. The most common reason why a copier will stop is simply running out of paper. To add paper, first find the tray that matches the size of paper that is out. Most common sizes are letter and legal. Once you find the right tray, carefully slide it out. Simply add the paper to the paper tray and slide it back into the copier. And now you will hear the copier start where it left off. The other big way that copiers stop is due to paper jams. Let's start with the paper feeder at the top. The following will not work in the paper tray: binded paper or books, staples, and paper that sticks together or is bent or crumbled. One trick to loosen stuck paper is to take your finger and slide it down the paper like a deck of cards. This will separate each page. Also, if you have any pages that are either torn or crumbled, place the paper on the glass scanner. You can get to it by lifting up the paper tray. Make sure to always place the paper face down on the glass. Then close the lid. Now you're ready to make copies. Looks like the paper got stuck in the feeder. If the paper is sticking out of the feeder, then grasp the end with both hands. And very slowly and gently pull the paper out. If you use too much force, your paper will rip. Finally, a paper jam can happen internally. At this point, I'm going to tell you to talk to support. It's not that I don't think you can fix it yourself, but the internal components inside of a copier can get very hot, which is very dangerous to you. Here is a simple trick to try if you are experiencing a lot of paper jams. Try and change the brand of paper that you use. Copiers are very sensitive to flaws in paper. Better quality paper just might make everything flow, well, better. Also, paper jams are signs that your copier needs some sort of maintenance done. Items like rollers and fusers need to be changed from time to time. But the next time you need to make a copy at that dreadful machine, you will take charge of the machine and make copies like a pro, just like Tom.